Picture this. You're sitting quietly in a library, enjoying the hushed ambience, when suddenly achoo. Heads turn, books flutter, and you're left embarrassed, frantically mouthing, "Sorry." Sneezing, though often an awkward social interruption, is one of your body's most fascinating defense mechanisms. But why do we sneeze, and what's happening in our bodies during that explosive moment? Let's dive into the science of sneezing. Why do we sneeze? Sneezing is essentially your nose's way of saying, "Hey, no freeloaders allowed." When foreign matter like dirt, pollen, smoke, or even a tiny speck of dust enters your nostrils, the sensitive lining inside your nose gets tickled. This irritation activates receptors in the nasal mucosa that send signals to the medulla in your brainstem, which then orchestrates a reflexive response. This response results in the coordinated contraction of your chest muscles, diaphragm, and throat to produce the explosive sneeze we all know. Interestingly, the volume and force of a sneeze can vary widely between individuals, depending on factors like lung capacity and the sensitivity of their nasal receptors. In essence, your sneeze is a highly personalized nasal eviction notice, tailored just for you. But sneezing isn't just about kicking out irritants. According to a study by researchers at the University of Pennsylvania, sneezing also acts as a reset button for your nose. The study discovered that sneezing helps cilia, the microscopic hair-like structures in the nasal passages, recalibrate their rhythm to move mucus and trapped particles more effectively. Without this nasal reboot, your nose might become overwhelmed by environmental debris, making it less efficient in protecting your respiratory system. And if you've ever wondered why sneezing feels so satisfying, it's because your body has just performed a vital cleansing ritual, leaving your airways refreshed and ready to breathe freely again. What happens when you sneeze? When you sneeze, your body orchestrates a rapid and complex response to expel irritants, much like a high-speed Broadway production. It all starts when sensory nerves in your nasal lining detect a foreign particle and send a signal via the trigeminal nerve to the brainstem, the command center for reflexes. In mere seconds, your eyes snap shut, your tongue presses against the roof of your mouth, and your chest muscles prepare for action. With a powerful contraction of your diaphragm and chest muscles, air, mucus, and microbes are expelled at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, accompanied by the brief constriction of your vocal cords to build pressure. This dramatic release can unleash up to 40,000 tiny droplets into the air, making it crucial to cover your mouth and nose, something your germ-conscious friends will definitely thank you for. The many faces of sneezing. Number 1. Sunlight sneezers. Ever walked out into bright sunlight and been hit with an uncontrollable urge to sneeze? You might have the photic sneeze reflex, also charmingly known as the solar sneeze reflex. This phenomenon affects about 1/3 of the population and is triggered by sudden exposure to bright light. Scientists believe it's a genetic trait, with the reflex likely linked to overstimulation of the optic nerve, which shares pathways with the trigeminal nerve responsible for sneezing. In essence, your brain gets its wires crossed, and the result is an unexpected sneeze. While harmless, this condition can be inconvenient, especially for those who experience multiple sneezes in rapid succession under bright conditions. Number 2. Allergy overload. Dust, pollen, mold, and pet dander are the usual suspects behind allergy-induced sneezing. When allergens invade, your immune system releases histamines to fight off these perceived threats. Unfortunately, this defense mechanism also triggers sneezing, nasal congestion, and itchy eye symptoms familiar to anyone with seasonal allergies. Over-the-counter antihistamines or nasal sprays can help manage these symptoms, but in severe cases, allergy shots might be needed to desensitize your immune system to these common irritants. Number 3. Multiple sneezes. Some people sneeze just once, like a concise punctuation mark. Others, they're full-blown sneeze symphonies. Researchers suspect that multiple sneezes might indicate ongoing nasal irritation or inflammation. For instance, individuals with chronic rhinitis or sinusitis often experience repetitive sneezing episodes as their nasal passages struggle to clear irritants. Alternatively, it could simply be a matter of sneeze strength. A weaker initial sneeze might not fully clear the irritant, prompting additional sneezes until the job is done. When sneezing goes from funny to problematic. For most of us, sneezing is an occasional inconvenience, but for some, it can signal a deeper issue. If you find yourself sneezing non-stop or suspect underlying problems, it might be time to check in with your doctor. Conditions like chronic sinusitis, nasal polyps, or allergies can lead to excessive sneezing. In rare cases, frequent sneezing might be a symptom of more serious conditions like nasal tumors or neurological disorders, though these are exceedingly uncommon. And then there's the issue of timing. Have you ever sneezed during a job interview, a wedding vow exchange, or, heaven forbid, while holding a piping hot cup of coffee? While usually harmless, sneezing at the wrong moment can feel like the ultimate betrayal from your own body. Learning to manage sneezing triggers, such as avoiding allergens or using air purifiers, can make a world of difference for chronic sufferers. Sneezing hygiene. The do's and don'ts. Sneezes are like tiny biological missiles, capable of spreading germs over a radius of 6 feet or more, making proper sneeze hygiene essential for protecting yourself and others. Always cover your mouth and nose with a tissue, and if one isn't available, aim for your upper sleeve or elbow, never your hands, unless you plan to wash them immediately. After sneezing, wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water, your best allies in germ prevention. Resist the urge to hold in a sneeze. While it may seem polite, suppressing it can lead to harmful internal pressure affecting your ears, sinuses, or blood vessels. In public spaces, especially during flu season, wearing a face mask adds an extra layer of protection. By practicing these habits, you're not just safeguarding your own health, but also contributing to the well-being of those around you. Fun sneezing myths and trivia. Sneezing comes with its share of myths and fascinating trivia. A popular myth claims your heart stops when you sneeze, but in reality, while the pressure changes in your chest may slightly alter your heartbeat, your heart doesn't actually skip a beat. Another common belief is that sneezing while driving is risky. This one's true. A sneeze can momentarily close your eyes, which at high speeds could lead to dangerous situations, so always drive cautiously. For some lighthearted trivia, the longest recorded sneezing spree lasted an astonishing 976 days, over 2 years of non-stop sneezing. Imagine the mountain of tissues that must have required. Embrace the sneeze. Sneezing, or sternutation, if you're feeling fancy, is an incredible display of your body's efficiency. It clears irritants, resets your nasal passages, and let's admit it makes for some entertaining moments. Beyond its practical function, sneezing connects us through shared cultural habits, like saying "bless you" or "gesundheit." These traditions remind us that even a simple sneeze can bring people together in unexpected ways. Next time you let out a sneeze, don't feel embarrassed. Instead, appreciate the intricate biological symphony that just unfolded. And remember, if you're in a public setting, a well-timed "bless you" can make all the difference. Stay sneeze smart, stay hygienic, and keep those tissues handy. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the wild and wonderful world of sneezes, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with your friends so they can finally understand why they can't sneeze with their eyes open.